Dungeons & Dragons is a staple of nerd culture, so it makes sense it's been adapted into films as many times as it has. Today, I'm going to be ranking all 4 of the mainstream Dungeons & Dragons movies. Let's start with the worst.
Human. No. Assassin.
There will be a reckoning.
If there were to be a reckoning for me, it would have happened long ago.
I saw this for the first time just today, and I could not believe how bad it was. If you took the stupidity of the first movie with the boredom of the second, you get this clusterfuck of a movie. The actual Book of Vial Darkness doesn't even play a pivotal role until the last 5 minutes, and it doesn't help when your characters are about as interesting as drywall. Not to mention the action and effects belong somewhere in a Monty Python movie.
Now is your time to die.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm sure many will tell me this belongs below Book of Vial Darkness, but I couldn't put it lower because of how hilariously inept it is. This one is not a boring type of bad, it is a funny level of bad. But that being said, it is still really bad. Jeremy Irons puts in a pretty bad performance as the villain, but none of the other actors do much better. The story does a pretty bad job of adapting the game to boot, and Snells was borderline Jar Jar Binks.
You cannot win.
Wrong. Kill them all. Drain their lives. Dungeons and Dragons. The elemental might.
I suppose for a sequel to a movie as bad as Dungeons & Dragons that went straight to the Sci-Fi Channel, this was probably as good as it was going to get. But that does not make it a good movie. The characters are all bland and some of them aren't particularly well defined, the action sequences are boring, and the story becomes pretty repetitive after a while. Not to mention the plot itself is about as exciting as doing your taxes. This is what the first 3 movies should have been, and way more. While it has the same bad visual effects that persist through all these movies, it has much more likable characters, a more fun story, and more imaginative action sequences, and is just, you know, plain better. I'd say this movie definitely should get a sequel, but I'm not sure the box office agrees with me. Well, that's all 4 current Dungeons & Dragons movies. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What is your ranking? Would you put the first movie at the bottom, like I'm assuming most people would? Would you, for some reason, put one of these Sci-Fi Channel movies above Honor Among Thieves? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all next time.